Hello and welcome here to Talk FCB and welcome back to the channel, guys. We are feeling good right now after Real and Atlético both drop points. Barça find themselves in a stunning position to secure the La Liga title, but what we're going to talk about in today's video is how we need to improve to get over the line in order there to secure that title that we're desperate for. For me, we still have to take it up one more level, and we're going to be discussing all of that today. So, let's get to it. So first of all, guys, let's just take a look at what exactly the weekend's action did to the La Liga table, because as you can see here, yes, Atlético are still on top, and yes, Real Madrid, courtesy of the head-to-head ruling, they are in second place, but Barça only played 32 games, one game behind everyone else, and on Thursday, at home against Granada, we will have the opportunity, with a win, to move top of La Liga, and that, given where we were a few months ago, given how far away Atlético seemed, it's unbelievable. And first of all, guys, what I have to say, given what I've just said there about the fact that we have come back, we have really kept plugging away at Atlético, even though they seemed at many stages out of sight, we've found a way to get back within touching distance again. And for that reason, the players and the coach, no matter what, they deserve huge credit, because they have never given up. Quite clearly there, they've had setbacks, they've had plenty of moments where they've needed again to scramble their way back up, but they've done it. They've kept fighting for us, and now is when the serious business, now it begins. Because like I said there in the intro, in order there to secure what would be such an amazing title, this would be a brilliant league win for us. But to do that, for me, we've got to take it up a notch. We have to really make sure that we get over the line in the best way. Because after making up all of this ground, given the fact that we have come almost to achieving here what would be the impossible, the last thing you'd want to do now is throw all that away. All of this hard work, make it count. And make sure that you get to that end goal. Because I just think, looking at our past two games against Getafe and then again on the weekend against Villarreal, yes, in both of those games, you've got to say we got the win. We went into those games knowing what we wanted, we needed the 3 points, and we did it. And we're all very happy that we're able to get those victories. But what you also can't deny, I think what we have to recognise right now, is that in the second halves of both of those games, we weren't good. There were warning signs, there were genuine concerns for our play, and I think going into these final games, it's important to be aware of that. We can't just ignore it, we can't just say, oh, you know, we're winning, we're going to be fine, because we don't want to slip up. We cannot let anything get in the way of this title, and that's what we have to improve. Because I think certainly they're looking at the game against Getafe at the Camp Nou in the second half, after a good first half that it was, we played well, we got ourselves ahead in the game, but in the second half, we switched off. We allowed ourselves there to get complacent. There was individual mistakes that led then to Getafe getting within one goal of equalising, and suddenly then, the nerves kick in. Suddenly then, we weren't playing as our true selves, and I think once again, the same happened against Villarreal, and that is a pattern there that is emerging against Villarreal. We did the hard work in the first half. We did very well there to come back and be ahead in the game. But even in the second half, like I say, they went down to 10 men, but it never really felt that way. It never really felt as though we used that advantage. We took on that second half. And I think right now, it comes down to mentality. And this is what we need to focus on in the final games. We've got to get that balance right. Because on the one hand, yes, at this stage of the season, it's very easy to say the points are all that matters. If we get what we need from these 6 games, it's job done. We won't ask any questions, and we will not be complaining about that, and I agree. But on the other hand, it would be so easy now to slip into a false sense of security in terms of thinking, okay, whenever we're ahead in the game now, let's play it safe. Let's not take any risks. Let's just hold what we have and get over the line. And I think right there, that's a dangerous game to play, because in those matches against Getafe and against Villarreal, it could have gotten away from us. They could have got back in the game, and then that could have been a big problem for us, and we don't want to allow that to happen. We have to make sure now, and I am looking here to Ronald Koeman. He is the man that instigates that mentality. We've seen him so far this season do some very good things with this group. Now is the time to say, you know what? It's ours to lose. We have to start taking on now a bit of a leading role in La Liga. In a minute, we could be top of the league, and that's a different pressure. For many, many weeks now, we've been playing that role of underdogs. I think certainly there, we haven't been playing with nothing to lose, because at Barcelona, there's always going to be pressure. But now, it's set to be a different pressure. We are going to be there to be shot at. People are going to be challenging us and waiting for us to slip up on a regular basis. We cannot let that happen. But of course, as much as it is up there to Ronald Koeman to inspire the team, be strong and lead from the touchline, in the end, it's going to be these players. In the end, it is going to be this group that are going to see us home and over the line. And what I want to do here, and what I really need to do, is talk about Antoine Griezmann, because this, for me, is a player who can lead us to that title. He can achieve here his biggest moments in a Barcelona shirt, and he can become that 120 million euro signing. We've all been asking for more from Griezmann. We've all been asking him to deliver when we needed it most. And I think on the weekend, he took a massive step there in terms of his confidence. We know this guy is capable of carrying teams. We've seen him for years and years and years carrying Atlético Madrid on his back at times. We know he has the quality. And now we need to see him do it when it really does count at Barca. Against Villarreal, it was one of Messi's more quiet games. Villarreal worked really hard there to keep him quiet, to keep him out of the game. He was on the end of some really harsh tackles too, and that was fine, because Griezmann, in the absence there of Messi, he stepped up. That's what you've got to do. We cannot rely, and I think it would be unfair to rely on Messi here to win us the game every single week. There are going to be times where teams are able to keep him quieter, and in those moments, we are looking to Antoine Griezmann. We're looking at Ousmane Dembélé. We're looking at those players now who can take that responsibility and deliver what would be a stunning title. And I do think, guys, right now it is so exciting for us to be right in the mix of this title race in La Liga. It is an absolutely incredible race there with 4 teams all involved so close together. And what that means is pressure, and it means you cannot afford to slip up. We've seen it with Real, we've seen it with Atlético. We don't want to go down that road. It is all in our own hands. The only team that can beat us now is ourselves. We have to take on this mantle, lead from the top, and get the job done, however we can. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you feel as though Barca need to improve to secure the league title? And of course, as we approach that game on Thursday, the massive game that it'll be, our game in hand against Granada, we'll all be hoping we will return to the summit. I will see you soon, guys. Thank you indeed for watching. And as always, Visca! El Barça!